right, today my second AC came for the camper, so I'm gonna show you how to install it. I'm not gonna do the full install today, but in the video it will be. Today I'm gonna get this up there and get it secured. So the first thing that you're gonna need to do is get your RV prepped for it. So a good prep here. Let's get this off. There we go. All right, so then you get up on top. On top you'll see you've got a whole lot of sealant here. And if you don't know this, there's gonna be screws under there somewhere. Some sort of fastening attachment. So we gotta find those. So it's like every couple inches there's a screw. So this is gonna be good fun. Let's see. So let's pull these screws, because we don't need them. All right, then once you have all the screws removed, you want to try and carefully remove it. Let's just do it nice and slow and easy. Boy, this is a lot of adhesive. They really didn't want this to leak, which is good, but man, this ain't fun. Oh boy. Now we need to get the rest of this cleaned off. So now we're gonna carefully get this off of here if we can. All right, let's see if any more of this black stuff will come off. I don't wanna mess this membrane up much, so I'm gonna try this first in a relatively small spot. This is acetone. If this doesn't remove it, nothing will. Takes it off my hands. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that. Cool, so we'll scrape it and we'll just keep working our way around until we get it looking cleaner than clean. All right, once you get it clean and dry, your next step's gonna be to actually get your AC unit up and put it in here. Now, getting that up and in here, that's gonna be the hardest part. So we'll show you that. All right, so obviously this is very heavy. It's like 70 or 80 pounds. So you're definitely gonna want somebody to help you do this part. This is gonna be the hardest part of the installation. Got a nice secure rope. I strapped the AC onto the pallet, and now we're gonna pull the rope while guiding at the same time. And hopefully we can actually lift this. Oh boy. It's not wanting to slide at all. Is it caught on the feet? Or is it just that heavy?
That's right.
Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh geez, I put it on there the wrong way. I see that strap sliding. Oh.
Out of my reach. first pump. A little bit more. Drop in.
Okay. Whew. All right. Now, gotta try and get it up and over this without falling with it. Whew. All right. Let's clear this rope out of the way. Ooh. Hopefully that didn't just break anything. It's on it? Ooh. Ooh. Woo. Thank you for your help. All right, now we're gonna get this thing unstrapped off of here. Now you wanna be real careful with that seal on the bottom so you don't damage it. You wanna try and pick this up as much as possible rather than sliding it. Sliding it will cause damage. So, all right. We got it over the hole. Might come my way a little bit. Front to back, it looks good. Looks like we're covering all of the sealant. Let's check the front. Yep. All right. So from here, we can fine tune its position underneath. So let's get this off of here the easy way. All right, so I didn't secure it underneath yet. However, I don't want to come back up here again. I'm done coming up here. So now we want to get these covers installed. So slide them over. Now let's find the screw holes for these. Get them lined up. The front kind of hooks around the bottom. All right, and now this, we line these up and it'll snap together. Once it's snapped together, it should be more or less lining up with its screw holes. And get them secured, and there you go. This, by the way, is a Coleman Mach 3 13.5 BTU. This is a 15K BTU back here. So they're actually pretty similar in size. They're similar in power as well. All right, so now here we are inside, and you can see what I was talking about with fine tuning. It doesn't quite line up right. So now let's just make sure we get this kind of evened over this hole here. Side to side, front to, we're pretty good. So here's your wiring. So that's your wiring, and we'll probably end up pulling it out through here to hook up here, and we'll do some more taping too, to make sure that this is secured and not going anywhere, and sealed up. So secure this in here is the next step. We have this, and we have these bolts. All right, so in here we have these bolts. There's 4 of them. This is gonna go up here. These bolts are gonna go up. These tabs touch the roof. Some I might talk about torque, I don't know. The Coleman Mach 3 specifically says that in the instructions. And that's how you know that you got the proper torque value applied and the proper tension applied across the seal to keep it from leaking. All right, everybody. So here we are. See, we got this here. Stuff taped up somewhat. Shifted a little bit when we put this on, and I want to make sure that it's nice and sealed, so I'll end up putting more on, and you'll see, oh god, there's a hole. It says 1 and 2 down here. We have AC2, probably it, not sure. AC1, maybe it, not sure. So now what I want to do is I want to pull this out of here. Of course, I could wire it around to this and kind of sandwich them in there as well, but I don't want to do that. That's what I'm going to do. Let's feed enough wire in to do it, and then let's lock it back down. So we're gonna double bag it. I don't know if it's needed, but we're gonna anyway. Since it is just the first one, and I still got to put these ones in, I want it aligned. All right, now that is firmly secured. So now, one of the things we want to do now is plug this in. This only goes a certain way. So, all right, and I believe that's plugged in. And now this is our thermostat. So we don't want it touching the metal. We want it kind of hanging out in here. So it's going to be sucking the air. And we want it to feel that. So it can suck that air. And then blow us back out nice cool air. It'll measure that. If it touches this, it'll be measuring the metal temperature, which may be cooler, may be hotter, may not accurately reflect our air temperature. Now we have this. This is pretty stationary. Now we're going to do a little bit better of a job securing it in place so it doesn't rip a hole over time. That wire's stiff. It'll more or less hold itself in place pretty well, but not perfect. So this is 3M adhesive, so if it seems like a pain in the butt, that's good, because that's how well it sticks. So once you start it, then you can figure out where you want this to actually go. So I'm gonna do it like this. We'll leave some extra up there. Who knows, maybe I'll need some extra one day or something. Beats me. And I'll show you here in a second what I mean by that. So it blows it down, and then this channel gets funneled in here, which then your vents are at. So that's how that works. That's why you don't want it sticking down. If it sticks down, it'll stick down around this. If it sticks down around this, it's going to prevent your airflow. So obviously that's right where these little dumps are. So if you have that right over this little dumps, that's all the AC will do. You could probably do that if you want, but it's going to greatly reduce its ability to airflow. So I'd recommend against it. All right, now next thing we want to do is wiring. So I want to make sure I get everything that was originally stripped. So, like I said, I don't have green for ground, but that is your paper one. And you'll see this comes with some wire nuts. Just keep going until they're like super duper tight. There you go. And then white's white, but you'll notice that wire nut won't cover all of that. So we're gonna have to clip some of that off of there. Shorten it up a little bit. And now, black and black. Now I want to make sure that this bit of exposed ground doesn't hit something live up there, because then it'll short out. It's okay if it hits the casing, but not something live. So to make sure it doesn't hit anything live, I'm gonna electrical tape it just to play safe. Yeah, if it hits something live inside here, that's what's known as a short. A short will pop your breakers. It'll be extremely high discharge really fast. That's you could start fires, stuff like that. So you want to make sure you got no exposed wire. All right, there we go. Nothing is exposed. It's all covered up. Now we're gonna tuck these back up in here carefully. Make sure we don't break anything. And those factory solid wires from inside the camper are nice and rigid, so it'll stay. And now I want to cover that up. Comes with this nice little panel here. That is 2 screws. So alright, now that those are in there and secured, it's time to put this up. And guess what? We have 4 screws. There we go. So you do that, and then carefully take your filter out as well. There we go, yeah. And then the filter can kind of slide out of those 2 little grooves. And then what you want to do is take these 4 remaining screws and screw this up to the roof. So we will line those knobs up. Then you can kind of feel on the inside. We want to try and line this up inside this other one. Alright, and then once it's up there, you'll see there's holes. Line it up, and you guessed it, put a screw in it. Now this one, the way my RV roof here is shaped, with this seam here, it makes it kind of pull up there funny. So but there we go. It does end up ultimately going in there and pulling that up nicely. Now we're gonna do the same thing back here. Let's see. And the same thing over here. And that is mounted solid. Now we can go ahead and put our filters back in. I'm actually going to put them in the other way, just because it feels like they kind of want to curve out. So I want them to seal, so let's try and put them this way. And see how they, oh, jeez. There we go. All right. Yes, much better. That might have been how I pulled them out. I'm honestly not really sure. Wasn't really paying attention. Watch my video. Great tutorials. I don't even pay attention to them. So. All right. Oh, geez. Now we're gonna have the same little bit of hardship here. Careful with these guys. You don't want to break them, but you want to bend them just a little bit that way, and then get them to pop in there. Same thing on this side. Get them to bend in just a little bit and pop in there. Ooh, whoops. There we go. Ah, there we go. Yes. And then we have some knobs. One of these does one thing, one of them does another. Okay, the thermostat control knob, the temperature knob, installs nearest the Coleman logo. Temperature. So that's this one, Coleman logo. Boom. It can only go on one way. Definitely, we're gonna want that thing on full cold because I don't even have heat on here. And then there you go. Low fan, high fan, off. Cool. And then these do your forward and aft vents. Those are open. This closes them, you can see. And then that's open, so now it can dump AC out there. But then you also have these, which you can turn, and then they can do their thing. And for instance, if you were to do that, and this, it would make those want to blow that way. I don't know what I like yet, because I haven't done it. So we'll see when that time comes. Now, so we don't lose any of this, let's put it back and put it back together. So this piece snapped over it all, the whole shebang. Only goes one way. And that's what, oh, clamps those wires in there. So if you put another one, it would clamp in there real good. I don't know if that's how it's intended, if it's intended for you to use or not. I really don't. But like I said, this, the way I showed you, absolutely works. So no need to do anything else. It's awesome. There we go. All right, so now once you get this back up there, just turn it till it tightens. And the way this is shaped, those anchors will be out there and they won't be able to turn, so they will lock this back up. And then you take your nice little cover. I don't know how we got it all dirty. Oh no, I hope there's not stuff all over the bed now. It's clean. My wife doesn't watch my videos anyway, so she won't know that this happened. So let's keep it that way. All right, audience? I have no clue what that actually is. Came off of something on this inside, probably. Oh, there's schmutz. I don't want no schmutz. And there you have it. Coleman Mach 3 AC 13.5 BTUs. Installed here in the roof in my bedroom. This is the optional AC that comes with this camper. However, we didn't get it with this camper, having it with it installed on this camper. You can get different face plates. for different things. You can get ones that have thermostats. You can run wires and put a wall thermostat. Why? You're right here. It's right here. I don't know. Thermostat at the highest location, so it's going to measure the hottest air. Seems like this is perfect for this area. Now, I did also order a dual zone HVAC controller to wire into the one control here. So I don't know when I'm going to have that put in, but then I can wire both up and have this set both temps and all that business. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, when I'm going to get that done, and exactly how all that happens. And if it's going to work, should work, it's Lippert stuff, we'll see. But when we get there, we'll get there. Just so you know, future, that's going to be most likely coming. Show you how to install some dual zone. Right now we have this manual here, single zone. The other zone is manual in the bedroom. Nothing through here. I have no clue what temperature it is in here. I have no clue what that's set to until I turn it on and see when it cuts off or on. So it'd be nice to have some digital numbers. The other part of that is once it's on that, then it's on your cell phone too, and you'll be able to adjust it from your cell phone, whether you're out back, outside, out here. You can just pick up your phone and set your temp wherever you are, which would be nice. And additionally, I'm also looking at the One Connect to see if we can get that installed in here, the Lippert One Connect, and then see if that works as well. Because if that works, then you'll be able to, with the dual zone climate that works through here, you'll be able to access this in all of its controls from your cell phone anywhere in the world, as long as you purchase the cell phone service that goes with that, which you could get it through them, which is expensive, or if you have AT&T or somebody else, you're supposed to, there's a couple, I know AT&T is one of the approved ones, so look into it if it's something you want to do. And if you really want, you can wait and watch my video for the install whenever that happens, if it's successful. If it's not successful, well, then I probably won't have a video. But that should be coming here probably in the next couple months. I'm gonna try and install it here real quick. I don't know when it's gonna get here and all that business, but we'll see. Other than that, only thing we got left for that is this guy right here. We want to pop on our breakers, and then I'm plugged into a 110 outlet. I don't think it's enough to power this. Let's find out. Do a quick ops check. Got a fan. So guess what? We've got it installed. How cool is that? And it's putting some air out. Oh yeah, and it's still put out here too, even with all these open. You do that. Ooh, these doesn't even want to stay closed. There's so much pressure. Woo! She's nasty, boys. She's nasty, and that's on low. That's on low. Medium. High. Oh, listen to the roar. Isn't that beautiful? So I didn't put the cool on yet. We have low cool and high cool because I'm on 110. I don't know if that'll work. It will. Oh, this is a 13.5, so I'd imagine it can't use much more power than a window unit. And I have 13.5 on these. The only thing is, this is going through a long extension cord, which I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh man, she's putting out cold air. Let's close these windows up. Put it out quick, even on low. Get that fly out of there. We don't want him stuck. Get that sunlight, man. Get rid of that stuff, huh? It's making it hot in here. We'll close that. There we go. Low cool. This thing's putting out, it's already cool in this room. Wow. Ooh, high cool works. Wow. So I've had these two windows open alone and both vents back there blowing out, and it's kept this like survivable while I did this install. But there's already a significant temperature drop in this room after putting that on now for less than a minute, right? Maybe a minute, I don't know. So that's worth it, guys. That dropped that temperature that quick without really the proper hookup to run it. Oh man, it's hot here. Oh, it's actually already not too bad in here at all. That's feels cool compared to what it was. I don't know what the actual temperature is, like I said, because I don't have digital stuff, and I don't even have a thermometer that I could come in and check it with. But wow, impressive. Impressive. Combine that with that, and I think we'll have a significant temperature drop, because before we're just getting a little bit out of here from that one. Now you got this whole thing, it can dump, it can kind of feed into here. That one can go crazy too, almost double the cooling power of these. So pretty cool. I'm planning on popping these out one day too and sealing up their little vents in there. I mean, I can feel air coming through here right now because those vents are sucking. So there's clearly leaks around the vent. I can feel air coming in because now there's no windows open, so they're providing a suction, and there's air coming in here. Nothing here, because guess what? This is sealed. This, not sealed. So, next video, sealing those up. I'll show you that, and then we'll go up over here, check out that AC. I've also seen some other stuff with some issues with it. We'll check ours out. We'll make sure it doesn't happen to it, and we'll show you how to do the same. So, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. See you next time.